Hey y'all, welcome back to Knitting in Our Jeans. I'm Liz, and on Instagram and Ravelry, you can find me as Toolizzforyou, Toolizzforyou.
And I'm Carolyn. I'm cpredmor on Ravelry. And there is an Instagram account for that, but I hardly ever look at it, except when I'm in Richard's office.
So if you get likes from that account, it's her.
It is me. But I'm usually posting, but I'm not really posting any pictures on there because I don't have a camera that's set up to that desktop computer in the office. But so I post on Knitting in Our Jeans, and I've been doing pretty good with hashtags. Just saying. And what else is new? Oh, we do have a Ravelry group called Knitting in Our Jeans that I have been wretched at updating because we talk to you all every week, and I figure you know everything. But I'm not going to do any better this next week because I'm going to be away.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and we don't come back until a week from Monday.
I know.
So we will miss. We will miss a week.
Okay.
Of podcasting because Tuesday night's a late night and it's somebody's last lecture at Manhattan College, and then Wednesday night is my sustainability conference.
Oh, it's someone's last lecture, huh?
Yes, Charles Geist, when he heard I was retiring, got jealous and decided he had to retire too. I said, all right. He goes, well, what are you going to do? And I said, I'm going sailing. I don't know what you're going to do, but I'm going sailing.
And so he's giving a last lecture?
That's what he says.
Instead of like having a retirement party or something? Or oh my God. Oh my God, Dr. Geist.
Yes. What can I tell you? So I'm going to that on Tuesday night, and Wednesday night is my conference. So really, I won't be back to being myself until by Friday.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy.
Crazy.
Yes. Crazy busy. But, I will have been away for a week, and hopefully my rest and relaxation will last maybe, 30 seconds. But the students are great, and they're all going on spring break. We'll all be fine. Yes. So what's new and exciting?
Nothing really. Villanova just won their second game of the Big East tournament. So
how many more did they have to win? One more.
I think.
Excellent.
I don't know the bracket. Let me look at the bracket. I think we just got into the finals. Let me check.
Okay. And then you wanted to talk about a sale, or you want to do that later?
Oh, we can do that in a little bit.
Okay.
Tournament, yay. We won semifinals, so now we play whoever wins the game that's going on right now, which I think it's Seton Hall.
So that game will be tomorrow?
No, it's tonight, 9 o'clock.
No. The final.
The final is tomorrow at 6:30, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, it's Marquette and Seton Hall right now. But we were Big East regular season champs, and so we were #1 seed. But we played against Providence and Xavier, who I think we've lost to both this season.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it happens. We had 9 losses this season compared to our only 4 last season.
Oh well.
I
Different
know.
people?
Well, and because it's starting March Madness, I'm reading all of the articles now that they're writing about Villanova, and everyone's like, well, they're not as good as last. And I'm like, we still won
Big East.
But 9.
How many games do you play?
Like 34.
Oh, it's very impressive. Manhattan College got tossed out in the quarterfinals of the MAC, so we tried. We keep saying that we're scholar athletes.
I mean,
we're okay. Our guys do give a good try, so they're awfully nice, and I have several of them in class, so I enjoy them. They really do try hard, and they want their coaches to be proud of them, and I really like my athletes in the classroom, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, so then Selection Sunday happens on Sunday. It's a big day. It's going to be a big day.
Okay.
I'm very excited about this.
Oh, to get
our seed.
Right.
Yeah. We're not predicted to be very high, but we're also not predicted to be very low. So we'll
nice
probably
middle.
be middling, which is perfectly fine for us. honestly.
Very good.
We'll see. But in that vein...
Yes.
Mason-Dixon Knitting released their March Madness bracket.
And what is that?
So... So... Mason-Dixon Knitting,
yes,
for I guess the last few years, has produced a bracket of knitting patterns.
Okay.
And the requirements are that they be innovative and interesting, published during the past calendar year. Mm-hmm. So all of the ones that were nominated and are in the bracket this year were all patterns that were released in 2018. Mm-hmm. And they have to be able to be bought through Ravelry or directly from the designer.
Well, these are beautiful.
Yeah. So this year there are 4 categories or 4 regions. Mm-hmm. We have pullovers, we have cardigans, we have neck and shoulders, and we have head and hands. They released the bracket today. Go check it out. Voting, I think, begins next weekend. Next weekend. So it's next week.
So you just pick half of these,
yes,
because they're not really bracketed.
They're not bracketed.
Okay.
So
you have to look them up on Ravelry because these pictures are kind of small.
Well, this is the printout.
Right.
So they're a little bit bigger online, but you can't vote online yet until the 21st.
Okay.
But it's super fun, and you get exposed to a lot of different patterns. I noticed some of my favorites are on here, like the For Fox's Sake by Maxim Sear, it's so clever. It's little foxes with glasses. It's so clever. I really want to knit one, among many other things. The Kari Kari by François Denoy.
Where?
I hope
Françoise.
Françoise
Denoy,
who is also the designer of the Amunga, I think is actually how you pronounce it. I've been pronouncing it Amujaya.
Yes.
I heard it on Knit More Girls because Jasmine is also knitting one, and I realized I've been saying it wrong this entire time. Huh. Oops. So sorry about that. I was a hooked on phonics kid. Yeah, yes. But it's I think it's a Mowry word.
Ah,
yeah.
Okay.
Because she is Mowry.
Okay.
And then the Cipolla by Caitlin Hunter is also there.
Well, I'm going to have fun looking at all of these, but not next week.
No. But yeah, a lot of these are some great things. We've got a Nora Gone pattern, an Amy Herzog under the cardigans, the Descent cardigan by Andrea Rangel. You've got a Romy Hill shawl. You've got the Shift by Andrea Mowry. You've got BK All Day by Lavanya Patricelli.
And gorgeous hat.
Yeah, you've got the
Snap by Tin Can Knits.
Yep. The Lion Badger Eagle Snake mittens set by Diana Walla. The Rhinebeck hat by Willie Wormhead. Yes. There are some really great choices. I know last year when I participated, there were some patterns that I had never seen before, like the Humulus. And it's currently in my queue, and I have yarn attached to it. So, but I wouldn't have known about it if not for the bracket. So definitely take a look at it. It's
really cute.
Super fun.
Yeah.
And it's the knitter's version of sports.
Yes. So something else that's fun, before we go any further, we want to talk about...
Yes, Long Island Yarn Crawl.
Long Island Yarn Crawl, which will be the week after I get back. It is April 4th through the 7th, so that's Thursday through Sunday. You can download these passports from the Long Island Yarn Crawl website and print them out. Oh, good. My nose is just going to kiss a fool. Hopefully it's somebody cute. And then if you are... Oh, I lost my attachment thing.
Your tags?
Yeah, there.
Right.
If you knit hats for the Ronald McDonald House, you can go and download these tags and attach them to your hats. And then there should be a collection point in each of the stores that is in the yarn crawl to collect hats. And quite often there's a drawing from the hat collection, and each store can then give you a prize. And so there's the Knitting Place, Knitted Pearl, the Knitting Garden, Knitting Cove and Yarn Shop in Port Jeff. And then down on and Altman's Needle Arts up on the North Shore. On the South Shore, there's Black Sheep Knitworks in East Hampton. There's the Long Island Yarn and Farm, and the animals are generally out in their pens. So What's New and Yarn 2, they're very nice. And they also have some lovely fabric.
Yeah.
And the Knitting Store down in Oceanside. So it is a great group of people to go and see. And I'm sure they'll have lots of specials. So that is April 4th through the 7th.
Yeah,
so.
Usually there is, there's a bunch of trunk shows that weekend. I haven't seen any announced, but I could also just be a little blind. But as it gets closer, we'll do some looking up and we'll let you know if we see any trunk shows that are happening.
Meanwhile, if you can get over to Knit before Sunday, so tomorrow. Saturday,
I might go over
there
tomorrow.
is Asylum Yarn.
Stephanie's Yarn Asylum.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's cool stuff.
Very cool.
Other friends of ours who
I may give you some money.
Do the yarn thing, the yarn dyeing thing. Pindia's Julia is currently in a destash of stock on her shop, so she's moving a lot of things to her sale section. So take a look.
Take a look.
I think there's some details in her Ravelry group. Also, she sent out a newsletter. So check it out. It's really great. I might or may not have gotten something last night. Yeah. She also just posted on Instagram she might be adding some cute t-shirts. So a t-shirt might be coming home too.
Ooh.
We'll see. But yeah, definitely take a look. I think she's running some sort of special also this weekend to go along with it because she needs more room so that she can dye more yarn. Yeah, no, she's great. Wanted to tell you all about that one.
Very excited. Super excited.
Trying to think what else is going on in the world. I mean,
I can't think of anything. I wish this nose would stop itching.
If you are in the Kansas City area or would like to go to the Kansas City area, the end of April, the Nerd Girl Yarns Retreat is still, I think, open. You can purchase your registration on nerdgirlyarns.com. I'm not, because it's the same weekend as boyfriend's graduation. Possible. Graduation ceremonies.
So it's the last weekend in April?
Yes.
Oh, that's not Rhinebeck. That is Annapolis.
So, yeah,
we will be in Annapolis.
Yeah, so I highly suggest anyone who's interested to go check it out. Sorry, I haven't talked about it. I've kind of been ignoring it because I can't go this year. I wish I could.
Next year.
I wish I can. I'm very excited for next year. I've got a lot of things that I want to do next year. Oh, this is going to be great. I'm so excited.
We better start saving our money.
I've already planned to save the vacation days, so you know.
Okay.
But other than that, I think that brings us to our knitting.
Okay.
Have you finished anything this week?
I have not.
Neither have I. Because what have we been?
We've been
monogamous. Yes.
We have been monogamous knitting.
To take a term from Inside 23, we have been monogamous.
Yes, we have.
Which is very rare for the two of us.
Well, I try.
We do try.
I do try.
I try
because
too.
We are trying valiantly to finish our
Andrea Mowry sweaters
before she shows up. So
in Brooklyn.
Yes.
On the 30th.
At Murmrr.
Yes.
So this...
You're definitely past the halfway point, which is good, because we're recording this on March 15th.
Yes.
That's awesome. It looks so good.
I have just started attaching this, and I think that this will be the last color.
Yeah.
Before I go to the border.
Okay.
The hem.
Yeah.
Because from what I could get from...
The third color.
The third color. The third color is this much. And I think that doing the next color by that much will be just fine. And then I'll run a short hem because I want to have, well, I can do the one ball. There's one ball that's heavier than the other. So I'll do that for the hem, and then I'll divide the other one maybe in half in order to do like the bottom of the cuff. And that'll be nice.
Yeah.
But I have been working like a fiend.
You have.
I've been watching Homes Under the Hammer, and I love it. It is a British show that I've been watching on YouTube. And you get to see these houses that people have bid on in property auctions, and they are just in dreadful shape. And I wish I had the vision that these people have. And it is amazing to me the beautiful homes that they end up with. Now, I have to admit, there have been some people that have been highlighted on Homes Under the Hammer that 2 years later, nothing's been done. And a few have given up the projects, but most of them have done amazing things. And I look at the before and I look at the after and go, how do they see these things? And yes, sometimes they do get architects, and that they're certainly people with vision. But I've been seeing lately some of these basement apartments of Victorian homes where they are really run down. And yes, they just have some original Victorian features, but not in a good way. And they make them into these open living spaces. They take out walls. And so what was a cramped 4-room thing that you had to like be like a snake to get into one room from the other, it's this big open area. And I'm like, wow. So, and I can knit while watching something else. So I have been able to get a whole lot done. And the other trick is I've been really grading all my students' homework before I leave school, so that by the time I get home, I don't have anything that I brought home, which is good. Yeah, so I have been working on this like a fiend with a fever. What have you been doing?
So I've been working feverishly away at your
Andrea
Shfty by Andrea Mowry, which I know I said I only had like 20-something more rows to the sleeve separation last week. Yeah, it was way harder to get to that point than I thought it was, because oh my god, these rows were so long. I had
because the sleeves are very wide.
Yeah, they're 70 stitch sleeves
with fatter yarn than I've got.
Yeah. But I also didn't want to make them too small. I was very scared.
I understand. Why don't you hold it up so people
Well, because I want to finish the row.
Oh. Okay.
So I finally hit the sleeve separation yesterday, and which was very exciting because I definitely wanted to have hit that by today to show you all. So I have, well, with the end of this, I will have almost finished the first repeat of the body.
Nice.
I need 10 total repeats, but after this repeat, I change colors. Oh, so that's exciting.
That is exciting.
And then I do 5 repeats. And by repeats, I'm just saying color like just blocks, whether they're big or little. I'm not.
You've got to use the counting that makes you happiest.
Exactly. When I get to that color, like once I finish this section right now, I will be like, okay, so now I do this, 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 and this. I'm trying to explain things, but also not give away the secret sauce of the pattern.
Right. We don't want to do that.
Because it's a very clever pattern. It's a very clever pattern. And the color combination is still very weird.
But I love it.
I love it.
I do love it.
I showed it to the boyfriend last night, and he was like, it's really weird. I was like, I know, but isn't it great? And he goes, it's a little weird. And I was like, it's great! He was like, I'm glad you're excited. It's like he's not exactly sure what to say, because it's not my usual colors, even in the realm of my usual colors. So,
they could become your usual colors.
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm really excited about this right now. So let me just do this. And do my 2 stitches of the next row to lock it all in. So now it looks like a sweater, y'all.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
So this has, like, you can't really tell, but I think as it goes, you'll be able to tell that there is a fade in the contrast color. It's so weird. It's so lovely. I mean, I think looking at it like this, like in person, you can tell that there are two colors in between here and here.
I can't.
Okay. So, but there are. So I will now cut the second color and add the third color, which is a very exciting point. And then, so I ended up misreading the underarm instruction. So you were only supposed to add 2 stitches. I added 6, or you were only supposed to add 4. I thought you were supposed to add 8. So I was like, well, and then I had a problem where because of my numbers, I had an odd number, like from the middle back to the first stitch of the sleeve. So I had to either add 2 stitches to the underarm of the sleeve or subtract 2 stitches from the underarm of the sleeve in order for the pattern to keep going. So I was like, oh, it's supposed to be 8. Great, I'll just take 2 away. It'll be 6. That's still enough for a decent underarm. After I'd already made the decision, and I was on the second row, my eyes tracked up and it said, no, add 4 stitches. So I might decrease, but the thing is with the pattern the way it is, I either have to decrease none or 4 stitches away in order to keep the color pattern going.
I leave it alone.
And just leave it big?
Just, yeah.
Okay. Because it adds
more comfortable.
It adds like an inch. So we'll see.
That's much more comfortable.
Yeah. So it's all a bit oversized. I think I'm going to end up probably, so I think for the sleeves, because they are quite large, I think I'm going to end up probably after each color section decreasing. Mm-hmm. Probably 2 stitches, just 2 stitches at the beginning and end of the round. No matter, and then obviously where it says to do the decreases. Mm-hmm. But I think just to get it, and so that it doesn't do a mutton sleeve, I think, because each section is about an inch. I think that's a decent.
Okay.
I think that'll give it enough time.
Okay.
For it to get there.
And if it doesn't, rip it out.
Yeah. So I'm hoping, since I have 2/3 of the stitches that I had last week on my needles.
It'll go faster.
It'll go faster. It has. It has gone faster. So I'm hoping that I can get through the 3rd color this week, and then all I have is the 4th color the week after. But I really need to get through like the 3rd color this weekend, honestly, okay. And then the 4th color, and because I've got sleeves to do.
Yes. Well, we can wear them as vests.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Like how I wore this sweater, this Zweig,
that's right,
as a crop top.
Yes.
Yeah.
And never didn't show below your coat.
No, but I did show it off in the.
Yes, you did.
In the Christy.
Yes,
well, because I mean, and someone else had one. Well, and someone else had one last year, and I was like, yeah, no, you should. Or I don't know if it was on Christy, but I know that Jasmine Knitmore does wears for stitches an unfinished sweater.
Oh, really?
Sometimes, because she's like, I'm gonna wear it for stitches, and she wears it no matter what the status is. And so I was like, well, we should show people you can do that for Rhinebeck too.
Why not?
So yeah.
I got
Sorry,
yarn.
It's been a long day.
Yes, it has.
But yeah, Mom got yarn.
So I resubscribed to my Rowan pattern book, and I got
all of the crinkly.
Help me here. Thank you. 3 skeins of their cocoon. It's 100 grams and 126 yards, so about 375 yards here. Okay, and I could either make a Whittaker hat and scarf, or they said that I could make a gypsy hat.
What was it? 300?
378 yards. So gypsy hat, which is gorgeous with that cable border. brim. Really, really pretty. So this will go really nicely with my coat.
Yes.
So I'm going to, that gets added to the possible things. Now, it looks to me like I have more than enough for the hat, and that maybe I would have some left over for a scarf, but not at 78 yards. So,
yeah,
I've got a couple different things I can do here.
And I'm just looking on Ravelry for a few things. You can do a lot of kiddo stuff. What?
In Coccoon?
No, in bulky. Oh, it goes baby size. Yeah, no, we want adult size.
Well, don't worry with it.
Yeah, it's a lot of hats. Some cowls.
I can have another hat.
Oh, you could do one of these.
I don't do well with those things.
Huge and bulky and so scrummy.
You wrap things around.
I know.
And I don't do well with that.
I know. Mostly hats and cowls. And scarves.
Cowls are possible.
That's pretty.
That one? Yes.
That one.
It is pretty. Very pretty.
Yep.
So that was not
Sorry,
really a
what
purchase.
we were just saying is pretty is the Cupido.
Yeah.
Cupido cowl.
Very pretty.
By Hiroko Fukatsu.
Fukatsu, yes.
Yes.
So I bought it, but I didn't buy it. It came with my new subscription to Rowan pattern book, and that I get something every year. And it gives me a chance to try out different yarns. This is not usually the kind of yarn, the thickness of yarn that I work with. You all know I really like fingering, and I know some people think that's crazy. This yarn is a combination of merino and kid mohair, and it feels really nice, and I think it would be really warm. So that's something to keep an eye out for when I actually make that up. And then the other thing that came in the mail this week, it's the new Vogue knitting, and I just re-upped my subscription to that just this week. So this is a top-down fair isle, and we decided that looked scrumptious, just scrumptious.
It is lovely.
Now, there were several other things in here, too.
Yes. There's some very good articles, as per usual.
Yes.
The corrugated ribbing article by Meg Swanson. Top notch. Top notch.
And, you know, with corrugated ribbing, we were just talking about how that it's not as stretchy as regular ribbing. And so one of the things you could do to get those double colors is you could use double knitting and switch the colors back and forth, and it's incredibly stretchy. We like these sweaters, but I didn't see the patterns for them.
No, they're so it's Tapestry by Deborah Newton.
Oh, they're in a previous.
Yeah.
I
and
like
she
the
did
Perry Ellis.
Yeah.
So they are showing off the watercolors of sweaters. So that was nice. Let's keep going. My thumbs are splitting, so I have Band-Aids on. It makes it hard. You said
I thought that was pretty. I thought that was very pretty. It's by Nora Gone.
Yes, and I think in brighter colors I probably would like it. I'm such a primary color person.
Yeah.
That I'm sure it would catch my eye. Even in black and white would be, I think, stunning. Those fall colors just don't grab my eye, and that's me, not them. I did see black and white. This is black and gray, and I love it. Next door to this is a Laura Bryan, which I think is really interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is very pretty.
This is mosaic knitting, and so you're only dealing with one color per row.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of slip stitches.
Yeah.
But it still remains pretty stretchy.
Yeah.
So something to think about. I can't turn the pages. The cowl, I think is lovely. Pretty. And there is a circular shawl on this page.
Which is beautiful.
It truly is. It makes me think of a square dance skirt.
Yes.
Really pretty. And then this beret. It's called Intricate Cables Elevate the Simple Beret. It's called the Raspberry Beret. Look at those cables. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I think my hands would be killing me, but boy.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
What a sweet death. And then,
this is fun.
look at this. We've got leopard skin sweaters. All right. Very fun. Now, these were prize winners. So they were working with
The mohair.
the mohair.
And they were to be inspired by the fairy knitting
Book by Alice Hoffman.
Yeah.
So I just wish that we had some patterns of these things because they're really pretty.
Yeah.
This top is stunning.
Yeah.
But then there's more.
Yeah. That's the cover.
This is the cover, the top-down pullover.
Yeah.
And then this is a very fine houndstooth cowl, long cowl.
Yeah.
Now, I like
Lovely,
this cardigan.
lovely.
It's like a basket.
Yeah.
Basket weave type of design on that. And then there's a color block that reminds me
a color block plaid
of a Mondrian painting.
It's amazing.
Look at that. Just glorious. Then there's this. They said this is part of a plaid gone wild because she's wearing it with a plaid skirt.
I love it.
But that is so cool.
It's so
Cool.
simple. So classy.
It is. Very much. Now this, I think, as we were just discussing, that if I had it in gray and a hot pink, with the hot pink on the borders, I would probably fall in love with this. Because it's all lace, and it just looks fantastic. It's a rippling fan-like effect. Worked flat and seamed, and having taken the John
Reiniger
class on seaming no longer terrifies me. Let's see. And we had these. I like this a lot.
Too.
And then you were quite taken with that. It's very, very peppy, very happy. That's a happy sweater.
That is a happy sweater.
Then there's still,
Yes, that.
So then there's this, which is airy.
And lovely.
But I love this.
That's a good boat.
It really is. And we decided it could be done in cotton. It could be done in linen. It's made in a linen silk blend.
Yeah.
So it's just a nice pop over your head, put on your leggings, and go on out. I just think that's glorious. And this is
By Marilyn Patrick.
Marilyn Patrick, knit 1, crochet 2, sherbet shaded daisy. Provides the backup for Patrick's oversized directional pullover. The yoke segment is worked across from one sleeve edge to the other before stitches are picked up and worked down to the curved lower edge. And I'm excited about that. So I think that will go into my queue, and then the rest of it is just the instructions for the patterns. This is interesting.
Yeah, it's a
Look at that. It's made of
chevron.
koigu.
Yeah. Chevron sweater.
And that is really interesting. All of this color fade type of thing. I'm really taken with, as you can tell from the sweater that I'm working on right now.
Yeah.
Yes. So what else? Are we talking so fast?
I think we're just talking really fast.
Probably. Well,
I mean, as I said, I did buy yarn, so I did spend some time today looking up some patterns. So I'm excited to discuss it with you when the yarn arrives.
happy to.
I mean, I want to cast on all the things, all
As
of
usual.
the things.
Well, we are knitting quite fast, so that allows us to cast on more things.
Yes, and I'm currently on track to get 1 sweater a month done.
Oh my goodness.
I'm very proud of this.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to get the Shfty done, and then I'm debating whether or not April is going to be my, get more whips done month, which I think it should be. And then I think May, I want to cast on probably my Rhinebeck sweater, whatever I decide.
That's a good idea.
It should be that one.
That's a good idea.
And maybe my Vogue sweater. And by the Vogue sweater, I mean the Sturgill by Caitlin Hunter because it's amazing, and I bought all of the yarn for it at Vogue.
Okay. Well, there's that.
Yeah. Yeah, I have some ideas about Rhinebeck. I think I want to knit probably 3 sweaters, one for each day. Yes, I am counting Friday because Indian Tangle totally counts as a Rhinebeck event.
Okay.
But
we're going to be teaching.
And we're going to be teaching. But I'm trying to decide if I want to do a weekend of Caitlin Hunter or, which I could. Mm-hmm. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 sweaters of hers queued up and in bags with yarn ready to go. Well, I have to swatch. No, I have 6. I have 7. I have a problem.
Yes, you have a Caitlin Hunter problem.
I have a problem. Yeah, oh, that's worse than I thought it was. I hope you all just enjoyed that as much as I did watching myself do that. Or if I want to go a little bit outside the box and kind of do all alpaca or non-predominantly sheep wool patterns or yarn.
We've got a whole bunch we can dye up.
Well, I have a whole bunch of sweaters already queued.
And yarn.
Okay. So, I want to get that done.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Since the boyfriend's going to be coming here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, that would be a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I do need to...
So, I'm taking this with me. And then I'm taking that linen sweater. So, if I manage to get this done, I can start on that linen thing.
Well, you do have a whole flight tomorrow.
I know, but I may fall asleep.
Oh. Maybe, yeah.
Maybe. It's possible.
Tonight does not seem like we're going to sleep very much.
No, it doesn't. I still have... I have packed, but then I have to weigh the suitcase.
Yeah.
And my thought is that it'd probably be overweight, so we'll have to move things around.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, this week was a short week because we recorded on Monday.
And then here again on Friday.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's about it.
I think that your brackets is going to be a lot of fun.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. I haven't really looked through all of the patterns yet, but they had a printable version, and I was like, I want to bring it, and I want to show it to Mom, because I just think it's really cute.
It's very fun.
And the interface they use for the voting is actually very intuitive, and it's really lovely. I do suggest that you have Ravelry open in another tab. I can't remember if they were linked, so you could, right-click and open it in a new tab anyways. I can't remember. But always good to have it open as backup. Just so you kind of know what it looks like in bigger photos and also with other people than just who the designer has. Yeah, I'm very excited about that. I'm excited about March Madness in general.
Yes, she is a Villanova basketball fan.
Yeah.
With capital letters. So.
Well, and it was really funny because a few weeks ago, my work team got invited to go to a Rangers game. And Villanova played a game, I guess, 2 days before, the day before or something. And someone asked me about it, and I went off. Because we lost, and I was so upset. And one of my coworkers, who has been working with me on my team for little bit under a year now, he was like, why are you such a Villanova fan? Did you go there or something? Or are you just one of those, I like Villanova, so I'm going to root for Villanova kind of people? And one of my other friends came with us because she works for the company that I do, but she's not on our team, but we had people who couldn't make it, so we had extra tickets. She looks at him and goes, are you seriously asking this question? She went to Villanova. How do you not know that? And he goes, okay, that makes sense then. And I was like, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
The first year she was there, they got to the Final Four.
The first year I was at Nova.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to the Final Four in 2009.
Lost her flip-flop that night.
Yeah.
as they all ran up to the Connolly Center and danced around the
Oh God,
Oreo.
we lost our minds. We lost our ever-loving minds.
The first time in a while that the basketball team had been that good.
That far, yeah.
Yeah. So they...
We lost our goddamn minds.
Yes.
Forgive my language, but like it's the only way to say it.
And since then they've won twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's been very exciting.
And if we hadn't, and all of the predictions are saying that if we had only lost Brunson and Bridges to the NBA, we probably would be favored to do a back-to-back.
Back-to-back-to-back.
No, because we won 2016, 2018. And then they're saying, yeah. So...
We'll see what happens.
I did check the location of the next few.
Games?
No, I did check where first round is playing. It's not at MSG. It's up in Hartford.
Oh.
I definitely thought about emailing my boss. Because apparently one of my bosses had tickets to the game tonight and invited my super, and my super couldn't go, and I was like,
what am I, chopped liver?
Well, no, not. I mean, like, their friend, they've worked for the company for, like, the last 25 years. And the joke is, my super always goes, yeah, I'm sick and tired of carrying his butt around. I'm like, okay. They're funny. They're very funny. It's obvious that they're very good friends, because they rip each other all the time. All the time. I went to a Villanova event, with work. Yesterday. No, 2 days ago.
Wednesday?
No, I guess it was yesterday. It was Thursday.
Thursday.
Oh my God. Today is only Friday. We're sitting here, so I'm thinking that it's like Saturday or Sunday. So I said something, and my executive was there, and he goes, oh yeah, your super would not stand for that, you know, I couldn't see him possibly, and I was like, I love the fact that you guys, no matter where you are, or, you know, no matter if the other person is in the room, you are going to take the time to rip each other. Like, just
go at it.
Just because. But I mean, they respect the hell out of each other.
Which is good.
Which is so fun. But yeah. So that was funny. But I found that out and I was like, why don't we have, like, group tickets for these things? Come on now. I want to go. But yeah, so that's a thing. But I did check it out because I was very close to emailing the Villanova contingent at my company and being like, guys, we need to get group tickets. Come on, how do we do this? But it is not close enough for that.
No.
In other news, I think that's about it. I think
that is about it. I'll be posting pictures from the British Virgin Islands.
Yay.
We have a larger boat, a boat that's larger than ours that we're chartering to try out a larger boat. And the reason we wanted to try a larger boat is that this way we don't have to somersault to get into bed, which is a big deal now that my knee is somewhat wonky and my husband's feet are a little numb, and you know, having to be a little less athletic to get in and out of bed seems like a great idea. It's not so bad when you're going to bed, but when you're getting up in the middle of the night, it's a big deal. So I'll be flying out tomorrow, and we'll see and get the boat on Sunday. And I'll be taking pictures with my phone, so I'll be uploading when I have internet access. And I think that's about it. So I think what we're going to... We introduced ourselves, so that's good. So now we'll say goodbye, and we'll see you not next week, but the week after. So thanks. Bye.